Hi guys, today I am doing another review. This one is for You Were Here by Cori McCarthy. I received an e-arc of this through NetGalley. This book was published on March 1st, 2016 by Sourcebooks Fire books. I did, however, buy an actual copy of this because I really enjoyed it. This is the story of JC. She is kind of living in the past in a way because her brother, who's 5 years older than her, died on his graduation day. So this book starts on her graduation day. So she officially made it further than Jake did. Every year on that day, since Jake has died, she goes to this old abandoned insane asylum, which is on a college campus, and she meets up with this guy, Mick. Mick was one of Jake's best friends when they were really little. They didn't stay close all the way through high school, but they were really good friends when they were young. They just kind of grow apart because Jake is 5 years older than JC, but Mick is somewhere around 3 years older because he's right in between their ages. So he's not super old or anything. But that night when she decides to go, she ends up being joined by Zach, Bishop, and Natalie. Natalie was her best friend when they were younger up until Jake died. Zach is Natalie's boyfriend and Bishop is Zach's friend. So we actually get all five of their perspectives, not so much from Bishop because Bishops are always just pictures, and then Mick is always through a comic strip because he just has anxiety to the point where he doesn't feel comfortable talking most of the time, which is really frustrating for JC because he talks to other people, but he can't talk to her. Like, he can't actually say words. It takes a while before she gets an actual text out of him. So their relationship kind of grows through that. And it's really interesting just to see the way all five of these characters connect, because JC is kind of lost, really. She doesn't know what she should be doing because she still can't let go of Jake. Mick is a college student with a lot of anxiety. He's actually a medical student, so he's older than all of them by a couple of years. Natalie is a good kid. She's going to school, doing what her mom wants her to do. She's always gotten good grades. She's always done what she's supposed to do. She's a stereotypical good student. Her boyfriend Zach is kind of trapped in childhood almost. Like, he hasn't really grown up. And then Bishop is this moody artistic type because he was dating this girl who just left, kind of broke up with him when she was leaving. Very heartless kind of thing. So you have all five of their very different personalities coming together and doing things. But JC has a journal, Jake's old journal, and she's trying to go to all the places that he wrote about in the journal, and she wants to explore them. And her friends decide that they're going to go with her, and Natalie decides to get involved with her and Mick because Natalie thinks that JC and Mick will be cute together and that they both really like each other, or at least that Mick really likes JC because why else would he keep coming back? But this is the first time since their childhood, really, that she sees him on a day other than the anniversary of Jake's death because they do start to hang out. I really like it when we get to Mick's point of view because it's all like, it's comic strip. Like, you just get a comic strip of what's happening because he doesn't really talk. And I really like the way that they translated it into the book because, as I said, I got an e-arc of it, so I was reading it on my phone. Sorry if there is a change in anything. I had to charge my camera because it decided to die. So back to the whole hanging out thing. Natalie convinces them to like actually hang out and do something else, and they all start to explore these places together that Jake talked about in his journal. And a lot of fun stuff happens. A lot of really sad stuff happens. All of the characters in this book, except for maybe Bishop, they all grow as characters. They all become very self-aware and they start to realize what their issues are and what they should be doing as compared to what they are doing. So they all realize their own issues eventually, maybe through fights of sorts and stuff like that. But it was really nice to read about these characters and to see how they grow, like, as people, as a group, that kind of thing. Cori McCarthy did a great job making these characters. I was thinking about Mick and JC for like a week afterwards. because like instantaneously I started shipping them. Other than that, the only thing I can really say is it was very well written. It was very enjoyable. Like, I didn't want to put it down. I was always reading it. I loved it so much. I would definitely recommend this to anyone. It is a YA, so be fair warned on that. But it's not like a lot of the YAs that I've read. There is a little bit of a love story in there, but it's not about the love story. It's more almost a coming of age story. Like, it's more them finding themselves, mainly JC finding herself, than it is about her getting with somebody, even though there is a little bit of that in there too. Yeah, so I would definitely recommend this. I can't remember if I gave it 4 or 5 stars, but I really enjoyed this. So now on to the spoiler section of this review. If you don't want to be spoiled, leave now. I won't judge you. I really liked Mick and JC as friends and as they were kind of being pushed together. I know that mental illness is not cute, but the way that she uses it in this, it does come across as kind of cute that he's even more nervous to talk to JC. Like, he can talk to other people. Strangers he's pretty much fine with. People he knows he's a little bit iffy. But for some reason, because he doesn't have a crush on her anymore. It's way past a crush. Because of that, it's just really sweet to see the way that their relationship grows. Even though Natalie is like always constantly pushing them together and getting involved when she shouldn't and stuff like that. And JC really does have to come to terms with her brother's death because they go out one night and his journal is stolen and burned, and so she no longer has that. Then Natalie tells her that she was there. She was under something, like on the playground when her brother died, but she ran home and she denied ever being there, and that was her way of coping with it. And then Mick comes out and tells her that he was the one who dared her brother drunk to do a backflip off the swing set. He didn't realize that he was gonna, die. But JC has to come to terms with that and realize, what does she want? How does she feel? She's been looking for someone to blame, and now she has someone to blame, but now she doesn't want anyone to blame anymore. It's really interesting to see how that all works out, and I think Cori McCarthy did a great job of making it realistic to an extent, because these are never easy situations to deal with, and everybody deals with them differently, but I think the way that JC dealt with it was a very realistic way almost. Bishop was probably the most annoying character ever. All he did was mope. I don't really have much else to say. Let me know in the comments if you've read this book. I would love to talk to you about it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you can check out my next video. Have a great day and a wonderful week. Bye.